Cloud computing services. In this video, I'm going to talk about again cloud architecture. Now we will learn about cloud specifically. Actually, in this video, we will learn about the attributes of a cloud, and also we will learn about the different services that we can take from the cloud. This video is so useful and so informational about the cloud, and after this video you can easily identify what is the cloud, what is the difference between the cloud and also one virtualized data center, and which services can be taken from the cloud. And this video is the first video specifically about the cloud. You know that in previous video in the cloud architecture series we have learned about the server virtualization, and yes, this is one of the requirements for the cloud understanding, but this is not exactly the cloud course. Okay, because of that, in this video we are starting the learning process about the cloud. You know that in CCNA only we are introducing with the concept of cloud and also cloud computing. In the CCNP courses and some special courses related to cloud, we will learn more than this about the cloud. Okay, let me to start about the cloud. You know that a cloud is the approach to offering the IT services. For example, maybe you think a cloud means some infrastructure and maybe or some services. Maybe you think that we are using the cloud, okay, for taking some infrastructure such as the CPU, such as the memory, such as the storage, okay, and this is the cloud, okay. But actually this is not exactly what the cloud is, okay. Yes, this is one of the features that you can, one of the possibilities that you can take from the cloud. It is okay, maybe also you can take another features from a cloud, but actually a cloud is an approach of how we can offer the IT services. This is the approach, okay. When we are taking a CPU, when we are taking servers, when we are taking memories, when we are taking services or infrastructure from a cloud, all of them are functions of the cloud. Yes, it's okay, but it is important to know that the cloud and also the cloud computing is an approach, how we are offering different things, how we are offering the infrastructure, how we are offering the service, okay. Because of that, we should know what is the cloud. Actually, according to the definition of the NIST, a cloud has 5 attributes. First, let me to introduce the NIST. It is important because in many courses maybe you hear the name of NIST. NIST is the US National Institute of Standard and Technology, and this is a physical sciences laboratory and non-regulatory agency of the United States Department of Commerce. Okay, its mission is to promote American innovation and industrial competitiveness, okay. And also, if you want, you can study about the for example, responsibilities of the NIST. In the internet you can easily find many responsibilities, but for now let me to say that this is a institute that in one part of its responsibility should provide the definitions, should provide the standards, okay, related to the technology. About the cloud, and according to the definition of the NIST, we have 5 important attributes. This is not the, for example, attributes that you will learn in CCNA. In all of classes we have this 5 attributes. If you want, you can search easily what is the cloud computing attributes related to the NIST standard. You can easily find these attributes. In all resources you will see these attributes. The first attribute is on-demand self-service. Let me to talk about that after reviewing all of the attributes. Then broad network access, then resource pooling, then rapid elasticity, and finally measured service, okay. These 5 attributes are the attributes of the cloud. Actually, when you have for example, service, you have one method to offering the IT services, that this method can provide these 5 attributes, that method is the cloud. Okay, let me to explain one by one each of these attributes. This is so important. Why it is important for us to learning about the attributes of the cloud? Because in future, when you are encountering with one offering, with one approach to offering the IT services, you can say that is cloud or not. Okay, because you know that what is the cloud. For example, after learning the meaning of this 5 attribute, you can verify this attribute about the virtualized data center, and finally you can find that the virtualized data center is not a cloud. Okay, let me to explain one by one each of these attributes. The first attribute is on-demand self-service. You have learned about this attribute in the previous video. You know that when we have learned about the virtualized data center, we saw that when we need one, for example, VM with some criteria, we should use one order. Okay, we are ordering, and after that the IT staff, means the network engineers, the server engineers, the virtualization engineers or administrators, okay, should provide that service to us. And this means that this is not self-service. This is a service that we are taking from the IT staff. Actually, about the cloud, one of the most important attributes is that it must allow self-service provisioning by the consumer of the service, means by the normal user. Assume that I am a user and I don't know anything about the, for example, IT, but I need to take some resources from the cloud. For example, I need one server. That's it. Okay, because I want to run my application on that server. Because of that, I'm not going to give one order to, for example, some network engineer. Only it is sufficient that we are log into the website or to the catalog of the cloud. Okay, and after that, after some click, after some second or maybe some minute, we have the service. This is the on-demand self-service. You know that in virtualized data center, we don't have on-demand self-service. Actually, the on-demand self-service means the IT consumer, okay, should have this ability to choose when the service should start, when the service should stop. Okay, and without any intervention with or interaction with, for example, the engineer, the provider of cloud or some other things. Only you are, as the last end consumer, okay, or end user, you can select the service, which service you want, how you can tune it, and after that, for example, when you want to start it, when you want to stop it. That's it. This is one of the important features related to cloud that I think in many approaches about the offering the IT services that we don't have this attribute. The next attribute is broad network access. You know that what is the meaning of broad network access? You know that when we are talking about the broad network access, means we should have reachability to the cloud from many ways. For example, you know that maybe all clouds or almost all clouds, okay, are connected to the internet. Because of that, when you want to take some services from a cloud with internet, you can easily access to the cloud. For example, with your cell phone, with your laptop, with your computer, PC, okay, you can connect to the internet, and after that you have accessibility to the cloud. But the broad network access means we should have another methods. Maybe the internet is not available for us in one place, or maybe the internet now is down. How we can connect to cloud with another methods? For example, maybe you have a private WAN, and this private WAN is using for connecting your site, your branch to other branches. Okay, the cloud should give you this opportunity, okay, this chance to connecting to the cloud from your WAN, or maybe from some type of VPNs we need to access to cloud. Because of that, broad network access related to cloud means this cloud should be available, should be accessible, okay, from many type of devices and also from many type of networks, including the internet and some other networks. This is also so important because you know that our resources now are residing in the cloud. For example,